All right, welcome back. Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back once again for the very first time to the Farts and Crap Show, where today, as per usual, it's your host Danjo here, and I was just doing some vocal warm ups, which, yeah, mine also include whistling because of breath control and a bunch of other things and blah blah blah. And I was just like, it's a dead silent screen when we open on something I just got like after a lot of effort. So I was like, why not, do some of my vocal warm up stuff, like either the random singing or just like, you know, some of the like, deep breathing stuff or whatever. And I was like, some people might not like it. And then I was like, well, who cares? I think it's funny. So, you know what? It stayed in. But yes, I got an S rank. I was warming up today, and now it's like way too warm. But yeah, been just playing some Armored Core while doing some other stuff. Got that other work done, and now finally got an S rank for one of the harder missions to S rank, in my opinion. Or it is, unless you know what you're doing. And the one I just got, oh my goodness, why is that no? There we go. I mean, I saw it in the capture, but I couldn't hear anything. I was like, why can't I hear the game, like, at all? Okay. So, what we are doing. I finally S-ranked Eliminate Enemy Invaders, which this one apparently is more about speed than about not taking damage in order to get the S rank. You guys may remember this is another one at the Aerosol Dam, and it is one that I was struggling with because of the type of build I was using, which I eventually just kind of looked at like the guide that had like recommended builds for different missions and stuff, and this was kind of one of them. It's not quite the same, but I re-outfitted Biggs because it's a heavy bipedal build. Bipedal? It depends on how you pronounce it. I've heard both. I was using Cricket, which I re-outfitted with the linear gun. That's really dope for the right hand. I thought there was a left-handed version of this, but apparently I'm wrong. But this is the Evangel gun, I'm pretty sure. The cool thing about this linear gun is it does not have a mag, so you don't have to wait for reload and stuff like that, which is really nice. Then I had a Ghast on the left, and then Argos 2 as my backup for when the Ghast ran out of ammo. And then for the back units, I was using the Karura and the missile support. And this was working quite well. The problem is I kept getting an A rank or a B rank because I was taking too long. So I'll show you guys like the strat here that I was using compared to the strat that you should be using. So let's just go ahead and go into the mission. The linear gun is useful for both of the ACs you're going to be fighting in this mission, mostly because of the stagger effect that most linear guns have. However, you probably want something with higher firepower than this.
Eliminate all enemy intruders.
Yep, I know.
Keep your eyes peeled for additional targets.
Oops. There we go. Yeah, so the linear gun can't quite one-shot the helicopters. But like one or two shots from the gas combined with the linear gun will take them out. So you really only need one shot per in order to end that very quickly. And then micro missiles for the hover guy. Of course, trying to avoid damage as much as possible, which is what I was doing. Again, the more important thing here is to... hold on. I turned it up kind of loud in my headphones. Is to finish him quickly. Okay, that's handy. Ah, damn it.
This isn't happening.
Shit.
Enemy's legs destroyed.
That should do it. Nope. Alright, there we go.
Enemy AC destroyed.
Raven, there's another one approaching.
Got here too late.
Okay, just kind of wait for him to show up.
You killed my comrade. Your life is forfeit.
And then just lay on the pain.
Enemy AC detected.
Of course, trying to dodge his missiles as well, because he uses quite a few.
Long-range sniper. Basic combat.
Of course, I'm missing quite a bit, so this is not
AP at 50%.
ideal.
Fight well. Enemy's leg parts dead. How can this be? Enemy's core part.
There we go.
Enemy's legs destroyed.
Come on, dude.
Enemy AC destroyed.
Target destruction confirmed.
Mission objective achieved. System switched to normal.
Yeah,
Nice work, Raven.
unfortunately he fought back a little harder than he usually does.
Let's head out.
Uh-huh. Anyway, there was one other kind of important thing. Yeah, see, that was only a B, which is not surprising because I took a lot more damage than necessary. One more thing I learned that I probably already knew before, but I kind of forgot about. Is the whole heat thing. So like this one has a high charge drain of 6,500, but it also has the best boost acceleration and boost power, like out of all the other ones. Now there's a couple I don't have, including this one right here, which has decent enough stats, like 21,000, I think. Even if you tune it to have better boost power, I think it still falls short. Yeah, it still falls short, so... and the boost acceleration isn't anything to write home about either, so there's really no reason to use this one, like, ever. Plus it's like heavy. However, the heat thing isn't really a problem if you do something like, for example, in like some builds use the goal. Sorry, it's kind of hot in here. Instead of this one, which like the boost power is a little bit less. The boost acceleration is even less than the Vulture 2, but it is more lightweight, and the charge drain is even lower, so you can boost for longer essentially. So like you can see like the boost duration stat on the right is only 10,000 right here. It's almost double with the goal. The problem is the heat. Now, the thing I forgot about is a lot of that comes from the calorific value of your generator. So, the lower the better. And the Magnolia is very good for that. The Orchid, of course, is like super heavy to the point where it's impractical. But this is another reason. I said this early in the playthrough. But it's another reason the Magnolia is fantastic. So, and I forgot about why. Plus, you can tune the condenser cap to be like 4,000 better, 31,000. Adjusting the energy output only gives you another like 250. So like I don't really think that's worth it. But like another 4,000 on the cap, yeah, I think that's worth it. The Fudo, however, is quite good and a very respectable choice, partially because the calorific value is the best in the game, except for the original generator, which is only 2,000. But the energy output, the cap, the emergency cap, it makes it a not viable choice for most ACs. The Magnolia, however, does have more energy output, and it weighs like almost 300 units less than the Fudo. And as you can see, max boost speed is even better. Calorific value is, let's see, this one's almost 4,200, this one's 3,500, so like 700 lower. So if we go into testing with the Kujaku, like I've been using, oh shit, whoops, as well as the goal, which again, the booster heat is at 5,000, so pretty high, higher than what I'm usually comfortable with. Go ahead and see here. Anyway, the long and short of it is it's going to overheat quickly. See? Already, like, it's, yeah, the temperature on the top left, that's not practical. Especially once you start getting hit by stuff. And that's with the Ananda radiator. Like, our cooling is not a problem. Like, cooling on the Cricket is very good. But yeah, let's go ahead and switch to the Magnolia instead. Which, again, it's lighter than the Kujaku as well. So like 631 to 515. So like a little 120 almost, 115. The cap is going to go down by almost like 15,000. And the energy output is going to go down by about 800. But yeah, the calorific value is better by 700. So quite a bit better, not as good as the Fudo, but it's a lot lighter than the Fudo. And not even quite as good as the CRG91. Which actually is better in almost every way except for energy output, which is similar. And emergency cap, which is not as good. So Actually, yeah, that's better. And it's lighter. So yeah, never mind. CRG91 still is like pretty dope. Better than the Magnolia even. So yeah, let's just switch to that. Nothing else. Just switching the radio generator. It still doesn't mean I would use the goal in this particular AC. I'd probably use the Vulture 2 instead, but it's still worth noting.
Main system engaging test mode.
See, like we're still overheating, but it takes a lot longer. And actually, I can't even... Yeah, no, we're not overheating, actually. It's getting into... Heat is slowly rising, and that would probably... Yeah, get into uncomfortable levels quite quickly if you're taking damage. So instead of the goal, because of the booster heat problem, I'm going to switch to the Vulture 2. And actually, I also have... Because I'm only looking at boosters that have around 20,000 boost power. Now I could use the original Vulture, which has higher heat, which is kind of a problem. Or even this guy, which has a lower drain, and like, but it's only at 15,000 boost power, so it's not really worth it. And honestly, I don't even have to use the Mayfly anymore either, because like, I mean, the Mayfly is pretty good, but like, yeah, I mean, the Cricket 2 is better in a lot of ways. Like with AP as well. Or even the drone is a respectable option. Which is better defensively and AP, but like higher energy drain, which is kind of a problem. Which is like almost 400. But yeah, if I can swing it, I'm going to go with the Cicada 2 because it's just balanced better overall. And there's also the Queen, which has higher energy drain, worse cooling, special, no biosensor. Yeah, and the Spider, which used to be my favorite. Not in this game, but in others. And it's okay. It's got a higher weight, unfortunately. 343, but the stats overall are pretty good. It's better defensively, which you would expect from a heavier head unit. So actually, I'm just going to go ahead and stability versus CCM is... Yeah, versus CCM is not as good either. And honestly, you don't need a biosensor most of the time. The radar on the Queen is actually respectable with like a scanning interval of only 49. And stability and cooling is better. Defensively, I mean, the energy defense takes a hit, but like it's a lighter weight and better AP. So yeah, actually, yeah, I could still use the Queen sometimes. And it's like, as far as aesthetics go, it's one of my favorite heads in the game. So, and we could augment the burst ECM to be 468. It's not bad. Assembly. There's also the I4, which has lower weight but energy drain of almost 600, which is terrible. Drone at 390, that's not bad. Queen go 414. It's not bad either. mean, the drone kind of outclasses it in a lot of ways. Well, in a couple of ways. But it's also aesthetically not as good. Anyway, so yeah, the Vulture 2 is a good option here. Of course, the Birdie has like the lowest booster heat out of like 2700, which is really good. The boost power does take a hit, the energy drain is lower and the weight's higher, so like it's for a specific type of instance, but and the boost acceleration is actually better than any of the other ones. It's kind of surprising, actually. Huh. But yeah, the Vulture 2 is kind of better for like the power and everything else. And then there's a G91. So going to the test, it's not going to be as fast, but as far as keeping the heat down, it's going to be better. It's not like we're going with an energy weapon output anyway, so.
Main system engaging test mode.
Yeah, see? The temperature is actually going down during like full flight. And it's still respectably fast.
Target destruction verified. Test mode is engaged.
Yeah, really not bad. So I might keep the linear gun. Well, I don't know. It's good for like shorter missions, not for like general use, really. Like, yeah, the power is good, 672. The attack heat is only 2200, which is kind of weird. So there's definitely like some hidden stats in play here. I still like the combination of Shadow and Ghast and then Double Self as backups. There's also the handguns here that are actually very respectable. However, they run out of ammo very quickly, but they only weigh 142, which is lighter, very slightly lighter than the Periton, and lighter even than the Finger. So, pretty good. Pretty good. As far as total firepower, the Sylphs are really only beat by the Rock 4s. As far as like weapons I prefer to use, which I guess I could keep a Rock 4 on one of the backups. Yeah, there we go. Because yeah, the Rock 4 is very respectable, and they have the same range too, of 250. So it is quite good. So for general use, this is probably how I'm going to keep the Cricket for now. Like, unless I need absolute, like, top speed kind of thing, which doesn't happen super often. But back to the recommended build that I modified, which is Biggs. And I went with most of the same body parts that they recommended, like the Ladybug, the same core, the C83 UA, because it's like OP. I went with the Loris arms. They recommended the Lemur, but the Lemur, as you can see, is only slightly better defensively at 492 shell and 531 energy. It has a little bit more AP with like 200 more, but the defensive stats are like less than 100 different. And the cooling is worse, and the aim accuracy is worse. The energy drain is worse. They're heavier too, so like you're gonna be slower by like pretty good amount. The Lorises are better. And they recommended these legs that I've never used, which are actually kinda better than the Lyseon. Kinda. Except for obviously like shell defense, which is very different. And cooling and stability. But they're actually a little bit faster. They have more equipped load by like 600. They have lower moving drain and stationary drain, and they're 600 units of weight lighter. So like they're a respectable option. And they recommend using the Gull, probably partially because of the other recommended things, because like cooling overall is 16,000, which is like okay, and then this core of course has like great heat resistance. That's part of it. My usual core, the Cronus, is only 719, whereas this is 817, so it's only 100 different, but I guess that, doesn't really matter as much. The Ladybug is chosen here because of the pure defensive stats and like stability and cooling and AP. It shines. It, however, has like no computer functions. It doesn't have auto map, night vision, biosensor, radar. Like, it doesn't have any of that. It's just for tanky builds. Which this kind of is. See, they also recommended... what else did I change? I changed to the Monju. They recommended the Volute 2. They're both good. Honestly, I really like the Volute 2. It is statistically a tiny bit better. I just find it easier for targeting in this game if I use horizontal lock type. And I'm so used to the Monju, I just prefer it. And they recommend the Fudo, which, as far as the good generators go, has the lowest calorific value of 2500. And I think it's only beat... Oh no, this one beats it too. Just barely though, and the energy output is trash, and it's just not as good. The Lotus, lower capacity. Like I said, the good generators. Then the Ananda radiator, because it's kind of the GOAT. And then these bazooka arms on each side, because for overall firepower, these ones cannot be beat. The downside is they are heavy as fuck. But for certain enemies, they make very quick work of them. However, the main reason I switched to the Loris arms is so I could have these guys as backups. Because using both of these, like dual wielding these handguns, it can melt some HP. And like the attack heat of 2700 per shot is very respectable. And like it only requires what, 284 units of weight to actually like equip these. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna bring those. But as you can see on the graph, defensively awesome, cooling great, energy supply, like everything on this is like very tanky. And of course for this mission, the second guy fires a lot of missiles, so I'm bringing the Moray as well. That was the other reason I chose... No, that was the main reason. I chose to use the Loris instead of the Lemur arms. But yeah, this is the build I used to S-rank that mission. So I'm going to show you guys real quick, because it actually doesn't matter as much the percentage as much as like speed and actual remaining HP. So like I think I only had like 3,000, 4,000 AP when I finished. I think it was closer to 3 actually. But this is such a high defense, high AP build. Like, you can tank a lot of hits.
Engaging combat mode.
And as you can see, like, the temperature is
Eliminate
not
all
going up.
enemy intruders. Keep your eyes peeled for additional targets.
And it can one-shot these guys, so that's nice. There we go. We're just gonna use dual bazookas to fuck this guy up.
They've sent in an AC.
Oh, fuck. Damn it.
Sorry, Raven. Please head back to base.
Yeah. Anyway, the point is I accidentally turned on my extension and I was like... I was a little, not happy that I did an accidental input, but... Let's try that again real quick. And yes, this is like this one explanation of this one mission to S rank it. Yeah, it's gonna take the whole episode, okay? It's kind of something that can't be fully explained very quickly, so... But yeah, basically if you finish the mission quickly, have around 4,000 AP left, you'll be fine.
Eliminate all enemy intruders. Keep your eyes peeled for additional targets.
Now it's time for you to face a real opponent.
They've sent in an AC.
Yeah, I can see that, Sheila.
Attack.
Fury, better than I was told. This isn't happening.
Ah, damn it.
Raven, there's another one approaching.
I know, Sheila, thank you.
I got here too late. You killed my comrade. Your life is forfeit.
Warning, 18 and 50%. Core part down.
You fight well. How can this be?
Alright, let's drop these.
Target destruction confirmed.
Mission objective achieved. System switched to normal.
Good job, Raven.
Mm-hmm.
You handled that very well.
Oh, thank you, Sheila.
Let's
Sheila.
head out.
Sheila. She gets it. And... yeah, well, A rank, whatever. But A rank when I only had 3,000 AP left. And like, yeah, I could have finished that faster. Yeah, I could have avoided a lot more damage. And honestly, that's all you gotta do to S rank it, so... But yeah, that build works quite well. If you wanted to go with something like a little bit faster, I totally get it, but I would recommend going with a high AP build, regardless of what you want to do. And like, it's Armored Core, so like, experiment, you know? Try a bunch of different shit. Doesn't matter. Like, for example, the firing interval on this bazooka is lower, at 78. You get 10 fewer shots and it's lower attack power by a little bit, but it is lighter. If you want to go for like heavier stuff. Yeah. But yeah, that's Biggs in a nutshell right now. And yeah, the bazooka stuff, like it's fine, it's okay. The accuracy is, you know, a definite plus. But yeah, I just want to show you guys like just the handguns by themselves, like how quickly they can take out enemies. And I'm kind of a big fan of rapid fire kind of stuff, so
Main system engaging test mode.
and he's down.
Target destruction verified. Test mode disengaged.
Yeah, pretty sick. Or even if you wanted to go with the high attack power like machine guns, like that would probably be pretty good. However, for this mission, I think it is more about speed. So, another option that could probably work pretty well is just going with the large missile setup. Like, if I re-outfitted blisters a little bit, yeah, dude, I don't think... Actually, yeah, let me try that real quick. Like, while we're on the topic. Because, like, what does he have right now? He's got the... Oh, he's got a radar on the other side. Okay. I'm gonna need something for the helicopters, so... Even the Kanara is like 4... There's an even lighter version that shoots a volley of 5. Homing enhanced micro missiles? That's only 330. But the energy drain is higher. But it might be better, honestly, for things like helicopters where missiles could easily like miss. It's a 2-lock max. That's not bad either. Midsize might be okay. The enhanced homing ones are actually pretty dope sometimes. So the only thing I would have to change here is the legs. Which even just like the Cougar 2, they'd be fine. Which is actually very similar to the legs I was using on the other guy, but the moving ability is a lot faster. I could still use this one, but for the mission I would probably still use the goal. And then the Fudo combo, and then the Ananda, and then that, and the Karura, yeah, for sure. So this would probably work out pretty well, honestly. Oh, I haven't saved since I got the S rank, though. It's a little concerning. I'm still at 131%. I don't know why. I feel like I've gotten a lot of like S ranks and like even some hidden parts since I got 131, so I don't know why it's still at 131. It's kind of strange. But yeah, That's my whole thing about Blisters. He's just all about missiles. Um, I'm trying to think of anything else. Let's see.
Engaging combat mode.
Let's get. Yeah, that's the enhanced
Eliminate all enemy
homing one.
intruders. Keep your eyes peeled for additional targets.
Yeah, they have no problem finding their target.
You know, it's time for you to face a real opponent.
They've sent in an AC. Attack.
Fury, better than I was told.
Enemy AC detected.
This isn't happening.
Warning, AD at 50%. Enemy's core part down. Enemy AC leaving
Ah,
combat area.
damn it.
Avoid mission.
Sorry, let's head back to base.
Yeah, I know Sheila. I know Sheila. Thank you. Thank you, Sheila. No, that's a bad idea. Never mind. Yeah, I think if that initial volley, I think if more of them hit, it would have just ended him. I kind of wanted to save. Because you get 8 total. So I was going to do a volley of 4 for the first guy and then a volley of 4 for the second guy.
Engaging combat mode.
Eliminate all enemy intruders. Keep your eyes peeled for additional targets.
You know, it's time for you to face a real opponent.
They've sent in an AC. Attack.
Fury, better than I was told. This isn't happening.
Enemy's core part down. Enemy's left arm destroyed. Enemy AC detected. Enemy AC destroyed.
Raven, there's another one approaching.
Ah, fucking pods.
I got here too late.
Yeah, he did.
You killed my comrade. Your life is forfeit.
Ah, shit.
Enemy AC detected.
Come on. Oh my goodness, my targeting sucks. Ah, shit. Okay, there he goes.
You fight well. How can this be?
Enemy blade parts down. Warning, AD at 50%. Enemy's core point down. Enemy AC destroyed.
Target destruction confirmed.
Mission objective achieved. System switched to normal mode.
Yeah, except I fucked that up.
You handled that very well.
Yeah.
Let's head out.
That is good coffee. Hey, there we go, S rank. Okay, so either way, dealer's choice, really. But, yeah. I personally think it's easier, more hassle-free with blisters than the other recommended thing. But everybody has their, particular choices and preferences. But if you want to copy my blisters build, go ahead. It's drone, the C-83UA core, the large missiles, obviously. That's kind of the crux of the whole thing. Cougar 2 legs tuned to max leg weight, obviously. The Goal boosters, the Manju, the Fudo core, the Ananda radiator, the E-92RM3 extension missiles, Karura, the Siakatsura, enhanced homing micro missiles, and that's it. And then the defensive ones, the stability one, the lock-on cancellation, the missile lock-on, the size of the sight lock increase, and the cooling performance increase. So that's blisters in a nutshell for this one. Yeah. So for bigs, I personally don't really like this build very much. Like, it's similar to what I would use, but those, I would never use the ladybug head, honestly. I would probably use the queen or the cicada, or even the drone. Like, they each have their merit, but the Loris arms, probably, depending on what I want it to do. I'd probably still go with the Lycion legs, personally. The Goal, maybe. I would go with the Vulture 2, probably. The Manju, the Fudo, sure. The Ananda, the Moray, maybe? Possibly. I do like, I'm going to experiment with them a little bit. I'm going to go with the vertical missile thing that I recently acquired from S ranking that other mission. Can't remember which one that was. Probably going to go with some kind of basic radar just to have a better radar. Maybe? No, unless I need better FCS versus ECM. Versus ECM. For weapons, I would probably go with the Ogre 2 because it's one of my favorites, and let's see, left hand, I would probably do maybe the Dragon because of its versatility. Or I might even go with something like Solid Shell, just because. Like maybe the Gast. The Gast is like kind of one of the better weapons in the game, versatility and everything else wise. or the high power machine gun things, but or even the Nyx. Like the Nyx, that's a good machine gun. It's lightweight. It's got some definite usabilities there. Oh, and I have these as backups and I'm already overweight? It's because the versatility it is. Okay, so maybe not the Ogre 2. We'll see. Might go with the Dragon Shade combo, honestly. That's a really good combo. And then the double rocks as backups if I have the weight for it. I don't. 6904, I have 100 thing. How heavy is the Queen? 260? That's not bad, honestly. Cicada 2 is 230. The Mayfly is 200. That's still overweight. I would have to use the original Cicada. I can't even just like switch to the Macaque. Oh, the Fudo is 772. That's quite heavy. I could just go with the this guy. CRG91. That's a lot lighter. And like the energy output's actually higher. Calorific value is a little bit higher, but if I'm using the Vulture 2, I don't think the heat's going to be a problem. So now we actually have some extra weight to work with. Even after having both of the rocks and the dragon. I mean, the Gorgon is a lot better. It's a different type of lock, though, since it's a sniper rifle, technically. Well, actually, no, they call it a long-range laser rifle, so I don't know about that. But the power output on it's like double. So that's really not bad. I'm gonna see what the sight lock situation is. Then of course take off the stability thing, lock on cancellation, the missile lock on time, take off the cooling one because I don't think that makes a massive difference. It doesn't. The Burst CCM one, and put on the energy weapon reload and firing consumption ones. Yeah, there we go. Go into the AC test real quick and not do the AC one because that takes a little bit too long. And I just want to see what the energy use situation is.
Main system engaging test mode.
Okay, so we can boost for a while. That's not bad. And not overheat at all. In fact, I could probably switch back to the goal if I wanted to. Yeah, it's not quite low enough to use a full energy loadout. Damn.
Target destruction verified. Test mode disengaged.
Okay. So they hit in a different way, which is pretty good. It's not bad, honestly. For bipedal energy build, I probably wouldn't go with this particular setup. Especially since the energy drain on the Queen is over 400. Which, honestly, 400 for a fully featured head is not that bad, come to think of it. Especially if you're not going to have a dedicated radar. Energy drain is only 2,000 on the legs, okay. So it's mostly coming from like weapons and whatnot. Vertical missiles are 300, 400, 400, 300. Yeah, which all kind of adds up pretty quickly, honestly. Personally, I'm not a big fan of waiting around and locking on multiple times, so I probably wouldn't go with that. Kurura does have higher energy drain, but I don't particularly care right now. Pangaraga is 400, that's not bad. They are 1,000 per though. So for the energy drain of 450, that's not bad. I guess just going with something that has a lower energy drain, which I mean the dragon is good for that. It's quite good for that. It's not much. It's not great for much of anything else, but except it has 68 shots, which is pretty decent. So like the Dragon Shade combo is still quite good. That's not bad, honestly. The gold does have a lot lower charge drain to it, so as long as I'm not overheating like a whole lot, then you know, who cares, right?
Main system. Engaging test mode.
Well, let's see if this is enough to take him out. Like, yeah. It's stable. Like, it goes up to about 200 and then stays there. It's not bad.
Target destruction verified. Test mode disengaged.
Yeah, it's really not bad. I don't know when I would use this particular setup, but I guess to lower costs even further, I might go with something like the high power machine guns instead. Because like the energy drain is only 61 on these guys. It's like so low. Then you still have the Rock 4s as backups. They still have like almost 200 weight. It's really not bad. See, why wouldn't I use these? Like, that's what I'm wondering. Like, improved accuracy, I guess? That's like the only upside. Am I missing something? Like, if accuracy is not a problem, then who cares? Right? I mean, they're pretty similar stats-wise, but you get 4 more missiles with this, and they are like 30% more powerful. So I don't see a clear advantage here. Like that's kind of my main point with this. I mean, I don't know. I'm probably missing something. I could try it out. But yeah, I'm gonna switch back to the cricket for most missions for the time being. I'm probably gonna be using a slightly different build for like every mission to S rank going forward. Some of them not as much, but if I didn't S rank it already, there's probably a pretty good reason. But with that, oh yeah, I also did destroy Raging Torrent 4. I got that S ranked. I did that off screen. But up until 1800, I guess. Everything before that is S ranked. Oh yeah, Hull Energy Production. This one was a bitch. Oh wait, was that the one that I covered in the last video? I think so. Because it was the two-part one. Yeah, we did an episode for that. Okay. So a couple of these are 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 missions in this one time slot that I haven't S ranked. That's pretty bad. And there's two right there. So we got 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so we got 16 S ranks to go. Alright. So going forward, I do want to get like 2 per episode. Preferably, so we can have like 8 episodes to go. Yeah, that sounds right. But yeah, sorry this one went on longer than what I was expecting, guys, but thank you all for being here. Greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys had a good time, and if you guys also play this game, hope you guys learned something too. I was trying to be thorough and everything. That's why it was kind of long-winded, but I'm gonna practice on Defend Against Assault, and we will start on this mission on... I will have it S ranked by the next episode, and then I'll go over what I would recommend to use for that mission and also strategy. So but yeah, before we get going, guys, a very special thank you going out to the current Farts and Crap Show members, which at the time of recording is just Novalis Draconis, but if you want to be incredibly awesome and support the show a bit more directly, like Novalis Draconis, check out the join button down below. Tiers start at $3 a month. It's only 10 cents a day. It gets you into all the basic membership stuff, and it is the best way to support the show more directly. So thank you all so much once again for being here. And until next time, take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.